Hello, 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 and welcome to today's show. I'm so excited to be joining you guys today. This is a pre-record, but uh, energies through the quantum, we always feel each other, right? So I can feel you guys even now. So I appreciate you all, and I'm sending you guys love. If you don't know me, my name is Jake. I'm a hypnotherapist and a quantum guide, and I use hypnosis in my practice to help folks ultimately connect with themselves and to find answers and clarity within instead of seeking that externally. And so, before we dive into the topic for today, I do want to pull up my website and remind you guys, head on over there to check out more about my services. You can find out about the quantum healing hypnosis technique that I do, future visioning, higher guidance, all of that. And if you go to the bookings link here, you will see that I am indeed offering 10% off of my future bookings. So if you scroll down, you can see the future visioning as well as the other offerings that pertain to the future. And as that is my focus for this month, I really feel like with 2026 around the corner, the future is now, and it's time to start planning for that. And so I really wanted to offer this opportunity for folks to really envision their future in a new way, tap into those potentials, and build it even faster. So if today's talk calls to you, pulls you in, definitely head on over and schedule your own session. And if you're unsure or you have questions, I'm happy to do that free preliminary consultation. We'll just hop on a Zoom call and I can answer any questions you have, talk about the process, etc. And then you will notice the group events. We have the free community gratitude gathering that's happening. So let me switch my graphics here because I wanted to show you guys. And I will just pull my banner down. There we go. So this community gathering is coming up on the 29th. That's going to be at 7 p.m. Eastern, so 6 p.m. Central. And this is really an opportunity for Soul Tribe, for like-minded folks to get together and really spend some intentional community time focusing on gratitude, sharing with each other, speaking those words aloud, and uplifting each other and the vibration of the world. So I thought that this would be a wonderful opportunity for us to get together, especially with Thanksgiving, and sort of this focus on family, this focus on community, this focus on those around us that support us. So if you would like, this is free. It's live on Zoom, and we'll be doing that on the 29th. So you can go on over to my website. And if you click in here, you'll see the time is 6 p.m. Central, and then you can just book your ticket there. Super easy, super simple, coming up on the 29th. So just grab your free ticket before then, and I look forward to seeing you guys there. All right, so today is about the future, and I really wanted to take a moment to share some of the inspirational stories from my sessions with clients that really highlight the power of tapping into the future in this way, of envisioning what could be, those possible timelines that you might go on, those possible futures that might be out there for you, and not only just seeing them, but feeling them and understanding your path to get there. This isn't just about, a vague vision of the future. This is about getting you those tangible steps, helping you understand how to make that future possible. This is really cool work. And so I wanted to share a little bit more about that today, especially with the state of the world regarding dating, relationships, love. I think that a lot of people are struggling right now. And most people that I talk to that are single, or even those in relationships, it's tough. The world is tough for a lot of folks. And there's a lot of stress and pressure from external sources. There's a lot of uncertainty. And I think that can just exacerbate any relationship, whether it's a new one or an old one. And so that's not even mentioning, right, the technological and like the social media challenges, the ways that things have shifted over the past, couple of decades. I mean, even in the last couple of years, things have shifted so dramatically. The way that we date, the way that we meet people, the way that we find those those love connections totally different now than it used to be. I was talking to one of my teachers, and she put it this way. She said, you know, it used to be that you'd meet, someone from down the road, and your families know each other, and you start dating, and then you get married, and you stay in the same small town or the same area, even if you're in a big city. And just the amount of options that have shown themselves, the ways that we have almost unlimited access to the opportunities and the options out there. It can be overwhelming, and also can be challenging for building that relationship in the first place. So beyond that, I think that self-worth and mental health are definitely tough right now for a lot of folks. And if you're going through that, that makes it hard to build that relationship. It makes it hard to even put yourself out there and try to find someone, or start dating when you're struggling with your own internal challenges, your own mental landscape. Um, and so all in all, it's tough out there. And I've heard that from clients, I've heard that from friends, and I've felt it myself as well. I'm happily married, and I love my husband, but we certainly don't have some exception from the challenges of the current moment. And I think the dynamic energies, the uncertainty of a lot of the, the world out there makes it tough. And so I really think that we need new ways of uh, envisioning our future. We need new ways of creating those realities that we want to live in, rather than just reacting to what's here and now, or reacting to the past. So often, especially in relationships, right? We can be hurt. We can have uh, challenges or tough situations in relationships or in dating, and that can then carry forward, and we react to those patterns, those loops that we then get stuck in. And so I think that future visioning is such a powerful way of working with these energies, working with yourself to find and explore your future, to, especially when we're talking about relationships, to find either that dream relationship that you're looking for, to find that person that you've been waiting on, and that you're dreaming of, right? That relationship um, that feels like a soul connection, that uplifts you, and that person gets you, right. But it can also help you when you are not just looking for options, right, but looking for clarity on your current path. Maybe you're in a relationship, and you want to change things. You're feeling stuck, or you're facing challenges, or things aren't working out the way that you'd like them to. And so this uh, technique, this approach of future visioning, can help you to eliminate that uncertainty, to be able to see and feel and understand how to make that new relationship happen, where to find that person, or how to repair, mend, rekindle your current relationship. And of course, this does apply to family and friends and any other relationships. Uh, Future vision can also help with business stuff and a whole slew of other things. But I wanted to focus on love and relationship today, because, again, I think that there's just a lot of tough situations and challenges at the moment for folks who are looking for love, who are looking for dating or relationship. And I think especially around the holidays, right? These can be tough moments. Either they can be moments of contention with your relationships. I'm thinking about, the classic, like bringing your partner home for the holidays, right? It can be a moment of tension in your relationship. It can be a moment of like make or break, right? And so I think this is the perfect time to really address what's going on, and either tap into and set those intentions for that relationship you want to bring in and you want to draw to yourself, or figure out what needs to change, what you need to shift or adjust to make your current relationship work. And so all in all, I feel like it's a good time for this. And when we're working with these sort of relationship problems or challenges, when we are looking to help you in this way, sometimes your answers are going to lie in the future. Sometimes they can lie in just seeing that possibility and understanding it, and being able to connect with that energy. Other times, our answers lie in the past. So it may be that there's some pattern that needs breaking, that there needs to be some understanding and acknowledgement of something that happened in your past. It could be that um, there is something holding you back from that dream relationship, or from really stepping into the full expression of your current relationship. And so today I wanted to share a specific client story that really, it just warms my heart. And the experience was beautiful. And this client, I've kept in touch with, so I have a little bit of kind of follow-up information to share, which I really think helps to show the power of this technique of future visioning, and how you can manifest your future so much faster and so much more confidently, uh, when you've seen it, when you've tapped into it, when you've experienced it, um, than when you're just trying to go at it blind. So this, I feel like, is the way of the future. I feel like this technique, this way of working, is something that uh, that more and more people are going to realize is so powerful. I mean, I stumbled upon this out of my past life regression work, and it it's just such a new way of approaching this, and I think is really powerful. So this client that I wanted to share with you guys today, let me grab some water quick. So this client came to me at a pretty dynamic moment in their life. They had just made the choice to leave behind their addiction and to choose sobriety, and they had gone through a really, really tough dark night of the soul moment. You may know that term, you may not, but you can probably imagine dark night. It's one of those tough low points where, for her, this was the detoxing and the and beyond just the physical, it was the emotional and the mental processing of that experience of uh, choosing to set aside that addiction and to choose a different path, choose a different way. And certainly I could help you with making that decision through the powers of hypnosis, and helping you tap in with your higher self, or um, with understanding your path forward with that. But she didn't need me for that. She did that on her own. But she was at this point of really like, what's next? What's coming ahead? What am I doing now that this big part of me, this big challenge, uh, I've moved past it, right? Um, anyone who has faced addiction and um, chosen a different path knows that that is can be really dramatically shifting for your life and your relationships and everything going on. And so she came to me really hoping for some insight, some clarity, some connection to herself, and really understanding what does life look like now. And underneath underneath this kind of like overarching this bigger narrative, right, of her life, woven into that was, of course, her relationship challenges, because she had uh, she had been dealing with this addiction for a while. And again, anyone who's familiar with addiction knows that this affects your relationships, especially those closest to you. So for her partner and her family definitely was affected by this, and it was something that really, really affected her and her partner. And I'm trying to be careful with my words because I want to make sure that I keep things anonymous, right? But ultimately, when we went into the session, we did what I normally do, which is leave the guidance up to your higher self. Of course, there's my part of the guiding, and I facilitate and I guide folks through the techniques that I use. But the intention here is that we are finding what's best for you, not what I think is best for you, or what I think is going to be the solution or what we need to find. And it's so effective, especially with challenges like this, um, where we're looking at like a whole life switch up, right? But we drop into the session, and she was shown a little bit of the past and a little bit of the future, which that sometimes can be the case. Um, I really, over and over again, I say hypnosis is an individual experience. It is. The way that you experience hypnosis, the way that you experience hypnotherapy, this is going to be different than anyone else. And there can be commonalities, there can be similar experiences, similar situations, but ultimately the way that you experience this is going to be unique to you. And so with that, again, leaning on your higher self, leaning on that part of you that knows what's going to be best to help guide us through this. And for this client, she first was shown a scene from her past. She had gone on vacation with her partner, and this was right after they had a child. And this was a moment of joy, of happiness, of freedom, of like such a peaceful, calm, loving moment with her partner. And so that was the first scene she was shown, and immediately the emotions start coming through. I mean, I will say it's rare that I have a session where someone doesn't have tears at some moment. I mean, and remember, these aren't always like sad tears. They can be happy tears. They can be joyful tears. I mean, there's the whole spectrum of tears, but the emotions can oftentimes come through very strongly. And when they do, that's to help you to process and release. And so she was definitely tearing up at this moment, reflecting on that vacation that she took and that beautiful moment with her partner, and how warm and peaceful and connected she felt. And she said it. She's like, I wish that my relationship was still this way. I don't feel this way now. I wish that we could go back to that. I wish we could rekindle that. We could reclaim that. After that, uh, she was shown the message that started their first relationship. And so there were these kind of like moments dropped in by her higher self of showing her this overarching story, showing her what she needed to see to put the whole picture together. So she was shown that first message that started their relationship. I believe it was a text. Anyway, there was that excitement, reminding her of like being seen and loved and supported from the start by her partner. After this, the next scene that she was shown was really that dark night of the soul, that moment where she was dealing with the detox and the withdrawal symptoms of the addiction. And it was a very confusing, overwhelming, and really like dark moment for her. And she knew that she needed to keep going forward, but it was like she didn't really know how. She felt so lost in that moment, so unsure in that moment. And this is where things started to shift over, because she started to see these possible futures for her. And it wasn't like she was given all of the answers. It wasn't like she was given the complete roadmap for this future. But what they showed her, what they wanted her to see, was this vision of her family, this future vision of what could be. And she saw a lot of laughter. She saw stability and solidness to their relationship. She saw a new home, and beyond that, she really saw this reconnection, this rekindling of that deep comfortability, that deep connection that they had, that she had lost that they had both lost throughout the experience of the addiction and that tough period in her life. And so it was, I talked about the tears at the past, when she was shown that vacation moment. There were different tears when she saw this future, and that's one of the things that I love most about this work, is being able to bear witness to just the intensity of human emotion, the intensity of human experience, and to be able to um, support and guide folks through these really powerful and profound moments where they are connecting with themselves in sometimes a way that they never have before, connecting with and understanding their past and how those experiences have shifted or and built them, shaped them into who they are. And with the future, it is always such a beautiful thing to see tears of joy coming down, and laughter, and the excitement, and the high vibration of tapping into that positive future that you can build. And so for her, she was really shown this vision of the future to help her to see that, one, it's possible. Future visioning really reveals to you what's possible in your relationships. It helps you to understand what could be and what can be. And if you don't like what you see, that's sometimes the question that people come to me with, is like, well, what if I don't like what I see? What if I don't like that future? Am I stuck with this? I really think that it's not about predeterminism. It's not about like a straight up divination of your future. Like, this is what is going to be. This is about possibilities. This is about options for you, possible timelines. There's more and more research every day about the quantum and the ways that our universe does not operate in the ways that we once thought it did, and that time and the past, present, future are not laid out in the ways that we think they are. And I definitely subscribe to the multiverse theory, the idea that there are multiple dimensions, multiple universes, all existing simultaneously, and overlapping and connected, and that each choice that we make splits off into a new timeline. And so when we're looking at what's possible in relationships, if you don't like how things are going, or if you don't like that future that you see, we can look at other options. We can find you that best possible future that helps leave you inspired, that makes you joyful and happy, and excited to build that. Beyond that, when we tap into the future like this, it's really about getting you a roadmap to there. This isn't about predicting the future. It's about helping you to understand what you're walking towards, what you're moving towards. So often we are uncertain, and we don't know what the future holds. And I think that is definitely by design. That is part of what we are here to experience in our human existence, right? But this technique, this ability to tap into those possible future timelines, helps eliminate some of that uncertainty, helps you to find a little bit of clarity, a little bit of certainty in the uncertainty. And I know for myself, it's been hugely transformational and such a powerful experience to go through these sessions myself and to tap into my own future, and has really helped me to find more belief in myself, more confidence in moving forward, and especially in my relationships, like help me to be at peace with the way that things are in certain situations, and understand how I have the power to influence things and to change things if I don't like them. And so it really is such an empowering tool to use. Beyond what the future can show you, it really also helps you to understand what you need to do in the present moment. This isn't just about showing you a shiny vision of what could be. It's about helping you understand how to make that possible, how to create that future. And so creating a new reality doesn't happen uh, without some change. And so what is that change? What needs to shift and change? For my client in this situation, she needed to believe that she could change things. And it was it was that belief that then helped her to start moving towards that future. And it wasn't an overnight switch, but what was really, really cool to hear was the shifts that happened. And so um, not only did things start to become better with her partner, but they ended up getting engaged, which was really so exciting to hear and to see post session. And this is not me taking credit for their engagement by any means, but you can't deny the synchronicity there, the timing of it, and the ways that her relationships were really the focus of this session. And really, her higher self wanted her to know and understand that she could reclaim that feeling that she had lost, that they had lost. And beyond that, it showed her, yeah, what she needed to do in the current moment, around her other relationships, the way that she moved through the world. I skipped through and gave you kind of just the highlights of the session, right? Because a lot can come through in a 90-minute or a 2-hour session. A lot of information can come through, but she was shown these other moments um, where her old patterns, her old wounds, the things that served old her but weren't going to serve new her, she was shown those so that she could understand, process, and let them go, and to move past them. So again, it helps you understand what needs to be done in the present moment to create that future. What do you need to do now? What are those first steps you need to do? And beyond that, I really think that one of the most powerful things, especially when it comes to relationship, is that seeing that future, seeing yourself in that happy, stable, uh, joyful relationship once more, can really help restore hope and help you to feel better in the present moment. I mean, Lord, if you think that your relationship is like on the fritz, like that can be a really tough place to be. Um, and for my client, she was shown that her relationship wasn't dead, that it wasn't hopeless. Uh, there was a beautiful future that she could reach towards and build. Future visioning can also really bring a lot of clarity to your life, whether it be helping you understand those past traumas, the guilt or the confusion, um, the uh, the tough loops and patterns and stuff from the past that is no longer serving you, but helping you gain clarity on your future too, when you see it, and it's really beyond seeing it too, because you know if you haven't seen like my debrief shows talking about hypnosis sessions with actual clients, you should definitely go and check those out, because hearing people talk about it is a little different than me just explaining it, right? And that's why I wanted to offer those shows to you folks, so that you can hear from actual people who've experienced it, what it's like. And I mean, I can speak to my personal experience, um, but especially with the future, being able to see and feel and tap into that future that you want to build, it really is so powerful in helping you to shift things in your present. And it really motivates you to action. And I've seen that in my life. I've seen that in clients' lives. The ways that eliminating some of that uncertainty, bringing some clarity in, helping you to see a glimpse of what you might build, really helps you to take those steps towards that. And I've seen that for myself in my own business, in my own life, in my own relationships. But uh, especially for this client, she knew what she could do. She knew what she needed to do moving forward, and that was really, really beautiful. So, for this client in this situation, she was she got a lot of clarity on mending her relationship, rekindling that love and that spark, and rebuilding that stable, happy home. For you, you may be in that same situation where you are struggling with a current relationship and you're not really sure what to do. Maybe you've tried couples counseling, or maybe you've tried your own shadow work, your own stuff. Um, and maybe you're looking for a new approach. And that's where tapping into the future or the past can really help to bring clarity to your present and really help you to shift things in a real tangible way. This isn't just about some esoteric knowledge. This is about helping you to connect with you to move forward in a new way. And so, um, and if you're, if you're someone who's like not in a current relationship, but you're looking for love, or you're out there dating and you're struggling to get traction or to find that person, or maybe you're running into the same type of person that's wrong for you over and over again, those patterns that we can experience, regardless of where you're at in your relationships, in your love journey. Future visioning, hypnosis work, this hypnotherapy stuff, it can help you. It really can. And I've seen the profound shifts for myself. I've seen them for my clients. And as you heard today, this is one example of the ways that this really helped my client in a real way to dramatically shift her life. And like, when I tell you, like, talking to her these days, it is night and day difference. Um, it's really wild to see the shifts and the changes in folks, and it's beautiful. It's an honor, and I'm so excited and happy when I get to hear back from former clients and hear the progress, hear what's happened since, hear the breakthroughs and the beautiful moments that they've experienced in their life post session. And especially with this future work too, being able to see, or being able to hear from clients that they've built that future, that that they've reached that point. It's really cool. It's really cool. So all in all, if you are resonating with any of this, if you resonated with my client today, and that story that I shared, I encourage you, book a future visioning session for yourself. You won't regret it. And that experience is I mean, it's hard to put into words. I do my best. I do my best for you guys, but it's hard to put into words. And so I encourage folks to give themselves a chance of experiencing it, because experiencing it is so different than hearing about it. Or even, right, even listening to full session recordings that I have on my channel, like that helps give you more of a clear idea of what a session can be like. Um, but it certainly is not the experience itself. And so with that 10% off this month, I definitely encourage you guys, book your session now. I'll head on over to the bookings page. So just a reminder that we've got the 10% off of future visioning, tap into your future. So this is a good option for anyone looking for to tap into the future. If one of these more specific bookings resonates with you, awesome. I can help you with career and life purpose. And especially if today's topic resonated, we can do this relationship and love visioning. And that really is focused on that topic, on your relationships, on your love. We can explore that whatever way is most helpful for you, resonates for you. And that's with all of my techniques. I really work on tailoring it to you and helping you get the most out of this session, helping you to get what you're hoping for, to get what you're looking for. I do my very best with that. Of course, I only have so much control, but I do my best. And then beyond that, I have the Future Vision Coaching as well, which is 10% off. Future Vision Coaching is 6 sessions, typically, give or take a few. And this is really about helping you develop a roadmap to build your own business, to be an entrepreneur, to bring a business idea to life. And so if you are looking for a deeper experience, a more expanded experience, and this future stuff resonates with you, book that future visioning or future vision coaching, I should say. And regardless, if you are interested but have questions, if you want to talk more about your own experiences and what you're looking for out of this and make sure we're a match and make sure that things are looking good, please do book that free preliminary consultation. We can chat about it, and I'm happy to talk more. Oh, and I will say 10% off QHHT as well, quantum healing hypnosis technique. This is in person only, but if you are in the area and you are interested in a QHHT session, I definitely encourage you to take advantage of that 10% off that I've got going on, back by popular demand this month. And yeah, should be good. All right. Head on over to my website if you would like some more information on my practice. Otherwise, head on over to my YouTube as well. You can find upcoming shows, watch past shows. I've got full sessions that are available for you to listen to. I've got meditations as well to give you a taste of what a session might be like, as well as to help you through your daily life. And all in all, I hope that today was helpful for you. I hope that you got something out of it. I hope that the information shared resonated. And again, it's an honor to do this work, and I would love to help you in your relationships with your love journey, helping you to find what you're looking for and to find that love. So sending you guys love and light, and I hope to see you soon. What's the next show? I think next show is on Saturday. We're doing lunar cycles. Corbin and I will be talking astrology, doing a meditation. So come join us for that. All right. Sending you guys love and see you all soon.